Hello fellow astrologers, welcome back to the next video in our Astrology Keyring Fundamental series. In this video we're going to be talking about Taurus the Builder. In our last video, C1, we talked about Aries. And in the natural progression, we're moving on to Taurus. So in this video we'll discuss a little bit about what Taurus is. We'll get into the sign breakdown and some of these cool clickable links. We'll go over here and talk about how it all interacts with the key ring, and afterwards we'll go over the keywords. Taurus the Builder. Taurus is the steadfast second sign in the Zodiac, ruled by Venus and rooted in the earth element. Known for their patience, sensitivity, and love of comfort, Taurus thrives on stability and tangible results. Their fixed modality gives them persistence and loyalty, especially in their routines, relationships, and values. Taurus energy is slow to start, but deeply reliable, favoring quality over speed. They're naturally in tune with beauty, the senses, and the material world. At their best, they offer grounding, loyalty, and steady dedication. But when pushed or threatened, Taurus can dig in with stubbornness or become overly attached to comfort and routine. So like in all of our videos, we have a series of clickable links. If you want to click on any of these topics, it will take you to a Google search that will talk about these specific topics. And if you want to click on any of these links right here on the side of them, it'll take you to the actual videos like this one where we talk about what's going on in that section. So let's go over a little bit of this sign breakdown. The birth range of Taurus is April 20th to May 20th. So people who are born between those dates have a Taurus sun. Now if that's your sun sign, granted your Taurus could be in other things like Venus or Mars or something else. It just flavors it a little bit differently as opposed to your sun sign. Your sun sign is more of yourself, the self-identity, kind of like Freudian's ego, as opposed to the moon, which would be the id, and the ascendant, which would be more like your superego. But in this case, if you're born in these date range, your sun will be on those dates. So the element of Taurus is the element of earth. It's very much an earth sign with stability and the need to actually have an accounting of things. The modality is fixed. Fixed makes it steady, so it's actually even more steady. One of the most rock solid signs of them all is the Taurus. Let's talk about the ruling planet. The ruling planet of Taurus is Venus. Now, we did mention that Venus is shared with Libra, and we'll get a little bit more detail with those sharing when we talk about that in the planets. Venus is the planet of possessions and material things, as well as love and relationships. But that also brings us to the corresponding house, the second house. The second house is the house of value, and it connects very much so with Taurus. When you look right here, here's the second house, Taurus and Venus, and it is a earth fixed sign. As you see, we color code things like we did here with the element and modality, and here in the sign, where you can see that it shows the triangle for the element of earth and the modality here for fixed signs. If you want to look at the other signs that connect to those, you can see where like the modalities are here and the elements are here. You can see how they connect. And once again, right here on the second line here, we're showing you where all these details are connected here. And you can see that laid out there. That was a good touch on Taurus. Now let's talk about those keywords. So whenever we're talking about specific details like signs, planets, and houses, we like throwing in the keywords to let you know a little bit about things that relate to that actual topic. Get a little bit better idea of what that sign encompasses. We always like to put some general keywords, some positive ones, and some negative ones so we can keep it in balance. So let's start out with the general traits. General, stability, comfort, value, security, senses and possessions. Positive traits, loyal, grounded, sensual, reliable, practical, patient, persistent, and affectionate. Negative traits, stubborn, materialistic, possessive, lazy, inflexible, overindulgent, and resistant to change. These are some great keywords to explain what Taurus is. Now you may hear these keywords again because sometimes they share some of those keywords with other elements or modalities, but they still bring in some of the sense when you put it all together of what a Taurus is. Well, that pretty much covers Taurus the Builder. Stay tuned for the next episode, C3, where we talk about Gemini. We hope you have enjoyed this video from our Astrology Keyring series. If you like the content, please like, follow, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching and have a blessed journey.